How's it going everyone? Chris here, back again with my Black Ops 2 weapon guide series. Today we're going to take a look at the MP7 submachine gun, which is another popular weapon, at least during that first week of the game when everyone was using this weapon to rank up. I think nowadays people are starting to experiment with other weapons, and submachine guns like the MSMC have kind of taken its place. The MP7 is another one of those weapons you get just as you unlock Creator Class at level 4, so again it's another weapon that you don't have to use a permanent unlock token, as you'll have this weapon available throughout each prestige. So let's get started with this guide to the MP7. We'll look at some of the MP7's general features. Damage figures come in at 33 to 18, that's the typical figures for the submachine guns. This equates to a 4 to 6 shots to kill. If you're looking for less shots to kill out of your submachine gun, you'll have to sacrifice your rate of fire and go with either the PDW57 or the MSMC. The recoil profile of the MP7 looks pretty crazy on paper, but it's actually quite controllable in game. If you do hold your trigger finger down, this is the kind of recoil you're going to have to be fighting, but if you use controlled bursts you can quite easily take out targets at long range. The aim sights of this weapon are pretty similar to the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3, although one major difference is the much smaller front pin, which actually makes you much more accurate at long range, whereas the Modern Warfare 3 version was quite chunky, and you basically had to just obscure your target altogether for those long range shots. So moving on, let's take a look at some more detailed stats of the MP7 in Black Ops 2. Magazine size weighs in at 40 rounds, that's only 10 rounds behind the highest mag size from the PDW57. If you equip the extended clip attachment you get a nice extra 14 rounds in your mag, making that total 54 rounds. A 900 rounds per minute fire rate is nothing to turn your nose up at, but it's actually pretty average in Black Ops 2. We've got weapons like the Chicom and the Scorpion Evo which have over 1000 rounds per minute fire rates. But still 900 rounds per minute is plenty to spray lots of bullets towards your targets. The outstanding feature for the MP7 is its reload time. It comes in at 1.72 seconds, that's the fastest out of all the SMGs. Then to cover some general stats for the SMGs, they all have the fastest aim-in speed at 0.22 seconds, and being a light weapon you get that full movement speed of 100%. So the MP7's got pretty good stats all around, and there's nothing really that stands out as being a major drawback. If anything, it would be nice to have slightly higher damage figures, seeing as the Chicom and the Scorpion both also need 4 to 6 shots to kill, yet they have over 1000 rounds per minute fire rates. But with that nice healthy mag size and that fastest reload time out of the category, it makes a pretty balanced weapon all round. I think that 900 rounds per minute is more than enough. If you compare this figure to previous games it would have probably been one of the fastest firing weapons, but because of those insanely fast SMGs, it's placed roughly in the middle of the scale in terms of fire rate in Black Ops 2. While a faster fire rate does mean a faster time to kill, a slower fire rate does help conserve your ammo a little bit. And you get to a point with such as this Scorpion Evo, where that 1200 rounds per minute fire rate just starts getting silly. You could use the rapid fire attachment to boost up that fire rate of the MP7 up to 1200 rounds per minute to match that Scorpion Evo, but as people have discovered, using the rapid fire attachment in Black Ops 2 seriously messes with the weapon's stats and means a reduced range and lower damage. So talking about attachments, let's take a look at my recommendations of a setup you could go for with your MP7. The number one recommended attachment for any SMG is the laser sight. The laser sight gives you that steady aim ability, as well as that little laser pointer to line up your shots. So in any close to medium range encounter you don't even need to take the time to aim down sights, you can just blaze away from the hip and take down anyone in your path. While that sample recoil spread does look pretty crazy, this weapon is actually quite manageable, but if you find it starts getting out of control in game you can always equip the foregrip attachment, which is going to seriously reduce that recoil and make the weapon much more accurate under full auto fire. But otherwise, because this weapon's got pretty good stats all round, your attachment choice is really only going to enhance one of its features, rather than have to use an attachment to remedy a certain drawback as you would with other weapons. So a good all round choice is always the extended clip. There's never a disadvantage to having more bullets to spray towards the bad guys, so having 54 rounds in your MP7 as opposed to 40 is going to give you more opportunities to get those nice multi-kills. So that's it for my guide to the MP7 in Black Ops 2. As always, if you enjoyed my video or if you're a fan of this weapon, please drop me a thumbs up down below to help spread the word and give my videos more widespread exposure. If you're new to my videos, don't forget you can subscribe to stick around for all the upcoming episodes in this weapon guide series. You can also nip over to my Black Ops 2 class setup series to see my recommendations of various loadouts you can run in game. If you want to talk about anything Black Ops 2 related, or if you just want to make sure you don't miss any of my future episodes, you can always give me a follow on Twitter or Facebook. Links to both of those profiles are down in the description. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.